Hi Leo, welcome to your love reading for November 2017. This is Elizabeth from channeledguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the deck. Let's go ahead and begin. This is going to be for confirmation, but first let's get 9 cards for you. This is a love reading for the sign of Leo for November 2017. You have the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Leo for November 2017. The Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Leo for November 2017. The Fool. The Moon. Love reading for the sign of Leo for November 2017. The Death card. The Seven of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for November. And you have the Devil. So the Devil does mean that there could be something challenging going on in your relationship. There could be a lot of negative thinking. You do have the Nine of Swords. But we will come back to this card and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Now, we're going to take it one row at a time. And we're going to start with the top row. We have the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you have the Ace of Cups. So for those who are single, it could be that in the month of November, you're meeting somebody new, and you do have a person here. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which could be a male or female earth sign. So that would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, or someone who is in that energy. Someone who has the qualities of an earth sign. So someone who's very conservative, kind of down to earth, a workaholic, kind of really interested in material things. So someone in that energy. Now what we have going on here is a new beginning around this person. So it could be, for the singles, this could be somebody new, but for those who are already coupled, this could be that there's a relationship with this earth sign that is changing, because the Ace of Cups is telling me there's a new beginning in this relationship. And you do have the Knight of Swords in the middle, kind of telling me that this is something that happens very quickly, or there is some movement around this earth sign. So for those where there is a partner, where you're trying to work things out, or you're trying to get an answer out of them, whether you're moving forward or whether they're committing, I feel like you're hearing something important in the month of November. Also because, you know, the Knight of Swords, this is a lot of impulsive actions and a lot of impulsive thinking. So I got to go back to singles, because this is really standing out to me. I feel like for singles, you might be meeting someone who is an earth sign, where normally maybe you play it safe and you take a while before you commit. It could be that you meet someone and you just feel like this person is the one, and you fall in love immediately, love at first sight. You move in, you get engaged. It has that energy. But for those who are already coupled and you're trying to work something out, I feel like there's going to be a lot of things happening in your relationship, a lot of new developments. I also feel like for some of you, where someone has said they'll never take anybody back, like we're done, or somebody said they would never come back. There's going to be movement there with that Knight of Swords. This is someone just saying whatever, throwing caution to the wind and taking action, being really impulsive towards some type of new beginning with an earth sign. Okay, so the middle row here, you have the Nine of Swords, the Fool, and the Moon. So, I mean, this is telling me that there's something really challenging going on with Leo, especially here, the Nine of Swords and the Moon. With the Nine of Swords, this means that you are driving yourself crazy, that you're having a lot of negative thoughts about your partner, about your love life. And with the Moon, that also does represent fear. And I do feel like for singles, it could be that, it's getting to that time of the year where you start to think, I'm still single. I'm going to be going to parties, and I don't have a date. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but when you're single, you do think about things like that. So for singles, I do get that. And again, you have the Fool right in the middle of all this. So for singles, I feel like if you don't have a date for Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's, that's changing, because the Fool is a new beginning. You also have a new beginning over here. But for everyone else who's coupled or seeing someone, again, I am hearing have faith. Have faith. So someone is like really stressed out about a relationship, and the Moon, this tells me that you're very afraid. So I feel like, you're afraid that you're not going to get a partner back. Hard to say in a general reading what you're afraid of. It could be that you're afraid that you're not going to be able to work out a relationship, or that someone is going to walk out on you. And with the Nine of Swords, you literally are thinking the worst. You're thinking they're never going to come back, or you're thinking they're cheating on me. The Moon can also represent self-deceit. That you're just, especially with this energy here, your mind right now is not in a really positive place. And I just realized, the main energy is the Devil. So just kind of keep in mind that in the month of November, that your mind might be overactive. You might be thinking the worst. You might be feeling really pessimistic about your love life, but the Fool is telling me that there's going to be a change, and that is lined up with the Knight of Swords, which, like I said, this is things finally happening in your love life, and a lot of things changing very quickly. People changing their mind very quickly. Maybe someone said they would never return to you, and they do. Or you said you would never take someone back, and you do. The Fool is also, taking a risk. So now, when I said someone, is taking a risk here, it could be, that this is someone from the past where maybe there was deceit and you parted ways. Maybe you broke up with the person, and there's maybe an opportunity, because you did start off with the Ace of Cups. There's an opportunity to take this person back, to have them back in your life. But it's like this energy here, you keep thinking they're going to do it again, they're going to do it again. With the Moon, you're just scared to death. But the Fool is just saying, just follow your heart, follow your intuition. So for some of you, your heart is going to tell you, take them back, trust them again, try again. And for others, your heart is going to tell you to run. Or maybe, maybe there's somebody new. Okay, down here, you've got the Death card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So what really stands out is the Four of Cups. So someone here is very unhappy and kind of unfulfilled. And of course, for those who are single, I feel like, you're just kind of getting to that point where you're starting to feel like something's missing. And you're, with the Seven of Pentacles there, you're looking to see what you can do. Like, should I be in a relationship by now? Should I be married? The Death card here is telling me there's a huge transformation in your situation. So it could be, that you're meeting somebody new, possibly someone who is an earth sign. But for those who are already coupled, there's just this energy of somebody being, unhappy with the way things are going in a relationship. Maybe you want more commitment. Maybe you feel like there's something really negative going on with your partner, with the Devil here. It is the main energy. I feel like in the month of November, Leo, if there's anything wrong with your relationship, like, if there's something unhealthy, or maybe you don't even like to look at it or think about it, it's finally getting to you. Like, you finally see that some things have to change. And I feel like some of you are starting to feel like, I deserve better, or things, I should be happier. And you're looking at your relationships and your love life very carefully with that Seven of Pentacles. And you're seeing, like, shouldn't we be further along in a relationship? We've been dating for 10 years. Shouldn't he have popped the question yet? Or, if you're a male, shouldn't she wanting to be, married by now? So I get that energy from the bottom row. I just kind of feel like somebody is unhappy with the state of their relationship, and you're starting to kind of like really think about your past with this person and what you want for the future. And I see a huge transformation here. So I feel like for those of you where you're unhappy because you want to see something specific happen, like, and this is going to be very specific to you, whether you want to see marriage or you want children, there's going to be something huge, some life-altering event around your relationship in the month of November where you are unhappy. And some of you, you might feel that this energy here is just too much and you just want to move on. And remember, the Fool is telling you to just go with it. Follow your heart and your intuition. But for others, it could be that you're talking to your partner and you're telling them, I can't live with your negative thinking anymore. I can't live with your lies anymore. And there's a transformation in that relationship with the Death card. This is the ultimate card of transformation, and an ending and a new beginning. There's a death of something, but I feel like this is the death of like a negative cycle in your relationship, a negative cycle in your marriage. Okay, so let's go ahead and get more cards from the same deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for November 2017? You have the Seven of Swords. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for November 2017? Justice. Love reading for Leo, November 2017. I have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to put it right here. So, you've got the Seven of Swords. So, I did feel with the bottom row, I did mention that I feel like in the month of November, you're going to be looking at certain things that maybe you didn't want to look at. Where, you have been unhappy, but maybe you've not wanted to say something. That is the energy of the Seven of Swords. You're taking off the blinders. There's something that you've not wanted to see. And, this is usually, this is a card of deceit, but I'm getting more that it's self-deceit rather than you're being lied to. I mean, we do have, I'm just kind of seeing what is down here because I couldn't see it in the frame there. I feel like you had the moon, but you don't, but you do have this energy here. So for some of you, there could have been deceit in the past. Maybe you've forgiven them, you've gotten back together. If that is the case, you want to be careful because you do have the Seven of Swords confirming there could be deceit again, but that is not for everyone. This could also just be that, you have to be careful. You have to be careful that what's happening in your relationship is fair to you. Because with the Seven of Swords, this can be someone taking advantage of you. This could be someone that is two-faced. And you also have the Justice card. So this is telling me that there's something going on around you that it's just not fair to you. You have to put yourself first. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card all about you. This is about you really like putting yourself first and being independent and self-reliant, which means that for some of you, you're putting someone else ahead of you, and this is not fair to you. But I also feel like something is happening in your love life that has this negative energy from the devil, some type of destructive energy. This came up, I've only done one reading so far, and they had a similar message. It was Scorpio. So I feel like there's something going on where relationships where something is just downright toxic. And this is not going to apply to everyone, but I feel like where there's something going on where you're being lied to constantly, cheated on constantly, like someone's finally, like you're finally seeing this and walking away. But again, where there are just kind of minor things, like, someone is just not treating you with respect, or someone is not giving you a clear answer, they're not fully committing to you, and it's not fair to you. I feel like in the month of November, like you're finally putting yourself first. It's time to put yourself first. Stop letting that person get away with murder. Okay, so let's go ahead and get confirmation from the other deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for November 2017? You have the Nine of Cups. What messages are there for Leo for November 2017? The Queen of Pentacles. So that's a repeating card because we already have the Queen right here. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for November 2017? And you have the Ten of Cups. At the bottom of this deck, you have the King of Cups. So there's someone, you definitely have like the strong message of an earth sign. Because, I mean, you have the Queen of Pentacles 2 times from 2 different decks. So for some of you, this can be your partner. This can even be you if you have a moon or rising sign in that element. This could be your partner. For those who are single, this could be somebody new that you're meeting in the month of November. Or this could be the energy that your partner or you is in. Now, let me just put this card here. I just noticed a synchronicity with the numbering here. You've got the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, with the Queen of Pentacles in the middle. So the Nine of Cups, this is your wishes being granted. This is a card of immense happiness. You're so happy you don't know what to do with yourself. And then you've got the Ten of Cups, which again, this is your happily ever after. So it's like Spirit is confirming that you're getting that happily ever after, you know, with someone who is an earth sign. Whether they actually are an earth sign, sun, moon, or rising, or they are in that energy, or maybe this is you. It's just your wishes are being granted, and not only that, but you're being promised that you're going to get what you deserve with the Ten of Cups. You're going to have your happily ever after. So if you're single, you're going to have that partner that you've been wanting to connect with, that soulmate you've been hoping to find. And remember that you did have, it's all the way over here, but let me just bring it over. You did have the Justice card, which pops up when something is happening around you that it's just not fair to you, or someone is taking advantage of you. So this could either be that, you know, someone is lying on you, cheating on you, or maybe they're just not being very kind to you. They're not committing to you and they're making you wait. Of course, that is not fair to you. So I feel like for those of you where that is happening, whatever that represents to you, there is happiness around you. Like you're finally getting what you want from a partner or in love. Your wish is coming true. Your happiness is front and center this month. Now, just kind of looking over the reading here. Let me see what else stands out here. You do have 2 new beginnings here. You've got the Ace of Cups and the Fool. So I feel like, you know, if there is a relationship where you're hoping things work out and you're agonizing, because I do see somebody agonizing right here, I feel like you're getting what you want. Maybe you've been completely in the dark with the Moon, not knowing. There is an energy of a new beginning around you, whether it's with somebody from the past or maybe even with somebody new. I do feel like, you know, you have to be careful in the month of November because there could be just a lot of things going on inside your head. And I feel like you could be driving yourself crazy, imagining worst case scenarios. Again, you know, fears are coming up here. There could be something that you don't know about your partner, or maybe you know that and you're driving yourself crazy wondering what that is. But the Moon does mean that things are finally revealed to you. Now let's see what else stands out down here. Well, I just noticed you have the Death card. So actually there are 3 new beginnings, because you have the Ace of Cups, the Fool, and the Death card. And the Death card is an ending, but it's also a new beginning. So that is a major, major message for you for the month of November. Endings and new beginnings. So for those of you where maybe you are in an extremely toxic relationship, where you feel like you're just getting ready to snap, where you really don't want to deal with this anymore, for some of you, you may decide to walk with the Death card. That could be the life-altering change that happens, is that you decide to move on. Forgot to mention, but I mean, for those of you that move on, there is possibly a water sign, male or female, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, that comes into your life. But for others, I just feel like, you know, you're looking at your relationship. For those of you where there is no cheating or anything like that going on, or it's not toxic, but something is not making you happy, you're finally like acknowledging that something is not quite right. You're finally acknowledging that you're not quite happy because there's something that you want to see. There's something that you want to see change in this relationship. And that's not bad, because you're just thinking of you, and you do have the 9 of Pentacles. So this means that you're finally putting yourself first. You're trying to put your happiness first. This is not putting your happiness first. This means that somebody is majorly taking advantage of you, possibly even lying to you in some way. This does not have to be lying to you as in cheating on you, but it could be that someone is, you know, not being completely upfront about what they want in a relationship. But I feel like you're finally kind of speaking up this month based on what I see right here. You're finally speaking up that you're not happy, and you're going to be able to tell your partner why you're not happy. It's like you're dissecting this relationship in the month of November, like, you know, this and this and this is why I'm not happy. And I feel like those of you that do that, like, there is some huge transformation in your relationship. And remember, the additional cards that I pulled for you, you have the 9 and 10 of Cups. It's like, your wishes are granted when it comes to a relationship or your love life. So it could be, that you've been agonizing, driving yourself crazy, something has not been fair to you. But things are finally happening where you're finally getting what you want in your love life or in a relationship. There's a lot of happiness here. The 10 of Cups. You're finally getting your happily ever after. I do feel like this is coming at a time where someone has maybe put you through something extremely difficult with the Devil here. Or maybe there's been a breakup. This is just really kind of dense, difficult energy, or even an unhealthy relationship. Just kind of negative energy. But there are 3 new beginnings, endings, and new beginnings in this reading. And I feel like, with the Justice card being here, whatever it is that's going on in your love life, whether you're single, married, or in a relationship, like something has not been fair to you, whatever that means to you. And it seems like the universe is finally setting this right. You're finally putting yourself first, and I see a lot of happiness around you for the month of November. Okay, Leo, this has been your love reading for November 2017. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.